Nation of Eswatini.
Good evening, dear viewers, and welcome to the News Bulletin at 8, brought to you by our number one news provider, Eswatini TV. I am Nondumiso Vilagati alongside Zamanzi Manze, and here are your top stories. The Minister of Economic Planning and Development says the training of 90 artisans will have a positive impact on the Eswatini economy. The Ministry of Health, with the support from the United States President Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, continues to make accessing medication easier for people with non-communicable diseases and chronic illnesses. The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Eswatini has good diplomatic and political relations with the Kingdom of Morocco. And now the news in detail. His Majesty King Mswati III has returned in the country after concluding a successful state visit in the Republic of Zambia. His Majesty was accompanied by Nkosikazi Magela.
His Majesty King Mswati III and Nkosikazi Magela touched down at the King Mswati III International Airport. As per tradition, the national anthem was played as the nation welcomed His Majesty back home. A guard of honor was mounted for His Majesty the King to inspect. The airport was a hive of activity as Nkosikazi to His Majesty, their Royal Highnesses, Princes and Princesses and other members of the royal family joined the Deputy Prime Minister, various councils and members of the public who came from far and wide to give His Majesty a befitting, resounding welcome and to appreciate the King's remarkable resilience demonstrated in all his efforts which are aimed at developing the country. This was evident during the state visit in Zambia as His Majesty and President Hakainde Hichilema held bilateral talks which culminated into the signing of 8 memoranda of understanding in key sectors such as trade and investment, energy, agriculture, tourism, and arts and culture. While in Zambia, His Majesty the King also officially opened the Zambia International Trade Fair in Ndola. On the news, I am Sandile Makanya at King Mswati III International Airport.
The Minister of Economic Planning and Development, Dr. Tambo Gina, says the training of 90 artisans will have a positive impact on the Eswatini economy. The minister said this when his ministry and the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Youth Affairs, as well as the United Nations Development Programme UNDP, visited artisan trainees at the Manzini Industrial Training Center, MITC.
The 90 trainees started their 3-month training in June under the Eswatini Youth Empowerment Program. The participants are undergoing training in 6 courses: electrical, plumbing, bricklaying, sewing, among others. The Minister of Economic Planning and Development, Dr. Tambo Gina, says under this program, graduates have been placed in workstations and get paid in order to gain experience. The minister adds that those with viable business plans are given grants.
Labanye batomixwa le bonqondo bo RSTP ka high tech na ku energy bawutadisha. Kwekugcina kukhona futhi na kule program lesikuyo lamuhla. Kwekuthi nje nangu umuntu umntwana une program i business plan. Levakala ukuthi yakhuluma bese sikunika lemfanelo ukuthi uyiqala le business business startup.
UNDP partnered with Eswatini municipality to implement the 3-month artisanal skills training component. A total of 442 applications were received, and 90 youth participate who were selected, 41 males, 49 females.
Sitawuhamba libanga nalesha ezulwini ekuyibambisene kufanele amatoho, and we believe ukuthi na sibakhiphe busy ngalolu hlobo lolu. One, batakhona kodla imindeni yabo nekuba lisito emimangweni. It will also keep them away from trouble.
The program targets to connect 10,000 skilled graduates to local jobs by facilitating access to career advice and counseling to equip unemployed graduates with practical knowledge and relevant life skills. Furthermore, it will develop the skill set of 4,500 unskilled youth with artisanal skills. The participants will receive starter kits at the end of their courses. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla Manzini.
The Minister of Commerce, Industry and Trade, Mangoba Khumalo, says government has commenced the engagement of the state business relations. The minister said this when he paid a courtesy visit to Maxtil in Matsapa, where he stated that this is meant to strengthen public-private dialogue on ease of doing business.
Currently, this establishment employs 93 people, as we've heard, and about 7 temporary people on top of the 93. And 17 of them are women in various positions. But what we also want to celebrate is the fact that all the employees on site are 100% Mswati. The government of Eswatini has also commenced with a program that we call the State Business Relations, where the private sector will be telling business what legislative reforms are required and what is it that government needs to do to enhance the ease of doing business through an organized platform where stakeholders will be speaking to government. What I'd like to know is what do we need to do to bring more production of what I saw there in Eswatini and export it to the region.
Maxtil's Chief Executive Officer Mike Benfield says their customers take priority at all times.
Our customers are important to us. We want to foster stronger relationships with our customers. Without our customers, we are nothing. And we are ready to promote business opportunities to enhance the economy at every level in this country.
The company has been trading as Steel and Wire since opening its doors in the year 1983. It changed to Maxtil in the year 2015. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Dlangamandla, Muzimkonda, Matsapa.
The Ministry of Health, with the support from United States President's Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief PEPFAR, continues to make accessing medication easier for people with non-communicable diseases and chronic illnesses in different health facilities around the country, as Ichagaza Empilweni Clinic in Matsapa now has the automated medication dispensing locker. Speaking during the official commissioning of the clinic and the system, the minister says the system will help in reducing queues in health facilities, ensuring effective service delivery on the ministry's part.
The convenience this brings ensures that clients on chronic medicines remain in care. There are less queues in the health facilities, and health workers are less burdened by it. Additionally, this technological advancement will contribute to the overall efficiency and effectiveness of the healthcare delivery system, ultimately improving patient outcomes and satisfaction.
United States Ambassador El Miller says more Mswati receive care and treatment at the clinic.
Men, women, and youth have passed through the doors of the clinic already, and I know many, many more will be coming in the future.
Georgetown University's country resident director Samson Haumba says the Kagaza Empilweni Clinic has been placed strategically.
Georgetown University, as a medium for the U.S. government funding, established this facility because it is situated in a very strategic place where sometimes people are busy, they don't have time to go to the other clinics. But because we have flex hours, we open very early in the morning at 8 and close late at 8 p.m., they find it convenient to come.
Other health facilities that currently have the system include Good Shepherd, Luyengo Clinic, Lamvelase, and Raleigh Fitkin Memorial Hospital. For Eswatini TV News, Nelswen Dlangamandla, Musimkhonda, Matsapa.
The Minister of Finance, Neil Ruikenberg, says job-hunting individuals should not be burdened with taxes. The minister said this when responding to Senator Princess Ntombi-Nkosi, who raised her concerns that individuals who do not want to work will depend on tax compliance and Mswati will never contribute to the economy of Eswatini.
When the Minister of Finance read the communication from the House of Assembly on the Credit Tax Repeal Bill 2023, Senator Princess Ntombi-Nkosi wanted to know how the unemployed individuals will contribute in the country's economy after the act has been scrapped.
Was there no other logistic that could be used? That those who are telling themselves, I will never work, I'll just stay and depend on those who are going. I'll be just like a tick and suck on those I can suck from. If I can, maybe get a clarity to that, how are you going to ensure that something they contribute to the economy of the country?
When responding, the Minister of Finance, Neil Ruikenberg, states that there has been a shift as more people are searching for jobs rather than avoiding to pay taxes by not getting employed.
That person who's wanting to work and can't find work now come with a tax and sit on a tax on top of him when he actually does not have the money. He's got no means of earning money because of the current situations on the ground. And now on top of that, we bring a tax. It's frowned upon across the world, Madam President, to bring a tax, what they call a harmful tax practice, because the individual is actually now, you're putting him in a position where he's got no means to get a job, and now you're wanting tax from him. And you're putting him in a very uncomfortable position where he's now not only not having a job, he's now also foul of the law in that position of not being able to earn the money that he can use to pay the tax. And hence, Madam President, we are trying to move away from that and trying to say those people that earn taxes, those people that earn salaries, even if your salary is low, you still don't pay tax. Only when your salary gets to a certain bracket of salary, then we start taxing people.
Mswati pay 18 Malangeni per year for credit tax. The minister mentions that after the bill has been passed into a law, the credit tax number will be replaced by the personal identity number. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Parliament.
The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade Senate Portfolio Committee Chairperson Senator Alberto Samuel says the Liquor Licenses Bill, Bill number 16 of 2021, is not necessarily about government making more money, but to regulate the selling of liquor and issuance of licenses, especially on rural areas. Senator Samuel said this when moving that Senate adopts the report of the Portfolio Committee.
Senator Alberto Samuel says selling of liquor has always been there in rural areas which did not benefit the economy, and it is in violation of the Act.
There will be also distance control from one liquor selling spot to another, as well as the control of having liquor outlets being placed away from schools. So there will be control, and I think we're bringing this to improve on what the ministry would like to do is improve the lives of people.
So kangathi lo tshwala kunathwa ngumuntu umuntu akusabuka nalo omncane kusukela nje bo 12 ake anathwa kwenteka tingoti
Senators expressed happiness over the bill, stating that at first they were against it, but now they were confident that the bill will be of great assistance to the country's economy.
Siyasidumise nakuvule bosomabhizinisi labakhulu labatawukhona kukwenda kuleti tolo letinkulu basebentele hayi leti board Madam President letikhulela abantu bavule emabhizinisi bahambe ngendlela yakhona
kutawusita lokuthi le makhala sekuvule khona leti nangabe udevelele license le king concern kutawuzama lokuthi kuvaleke
before minister akunika le license kufuna ukuthi check ukuthi king's concern yakho ithini
kuleti kanjena with liquor and other things, let's say for example cannabis, not the unregulated, the more dangerous.
Senator Samuels assured the Mswati that the bill will not open window for more opportunity to take liquor to rural areas. He also assures that the king concerns through Eswatini commercial Amatota will be required for one to have a liquor license in the rural areas to help curb the prevailing problem of selling liquor illegally. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Parliament.
The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sizwe Njangasa, says Eswatini has good diplomatic and political relations with the Kingdom of Morocco and that partnership has had good fruits over the years. Njangasa was speaking when welcoming delegates from the Kingdom of Morocco who are in the country. The meeting was held at the Hilton Garden Inn in Mbabane.
Eswatini has bilateral relations with the Kingdom of Morocco and have signed different cooperations and frameworks over the years. The two countries have also reviewed existing agreements to facilitate implementation. Speaking when welcoming the delegates from the Kingdom of Morocco, the Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sizwe Njangasa, explains the purpose of their visit to the Kingdom of Eswatini.
Is to have bilateral negotiations in 5 agreed sectors, and these sectors are health, trade and industry, agriculture, youth and development, as well as tourism.
Brahim Ba, the head of Central and Southern Africa Division, says the two countries have a lot in common, therefore he hopes for a fruitful deliberation.
We have many fields of interest, common interests. Of course, we have tourism, agriculture area. Yesterday, we have been around Mbabane and we saw the huge potential of Kingdom of Eswatini in terms of agriculture. So Morocco has expertise in this sector, and we would like to share this with Kingdom of Eswatini. Tourism also is another sector of cooperation that might be interesting for both sides to work on it.
Over the years, Mswati have benefited in the form of scholarships offered to Mswati students to undertake studies in bachelor's, PhD, in higher institutions in the Kingdom of Morocco. The delegation will be in the Kingdom until Friday. Reporting, I am Kian MCB with Smuva Shongwe at the Hilton Garden Inn in Mbabane.
The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Trade has stated that it will engage financial institutions on the possibility of helping micro, small and medium enterprises in developing business plans. The director of the sector at the ministry, Mluleki Dlamini, said this during the closeout meeting of the financing model for micro, small and medium enterprises at Mountain View in Mbabane.
Here we'll be looking at the gaps in terms of financing of businesses and the issues of a business plan. How do we develop a business plan that can attract a financer to come in and then finance that business? So all of those issues will be discussed today, and we'll be looking at what sort of approaches we need to take as we move forward with this process. This is just the beginning of all of these issues that we'll be discussing today, and we're excited that our model will be rolled out in the region. As UNECA has said, it's just the first one that has been developed for Southern Africa, and they will learn from us, and I hope that we'll ensure that our businesses succeed in this aspect. It has been discovered that you find that our business plan do not meet the needs of our financial institutions. So that is where maybe we'll have to start from and address those issues so that the businesses can continue to get funding from financial institutions.
Head of Business Transformation at the Federation of Eswatini Business Community, Mavela Sikwane, has applauded government for thriving to ensure ease of doing business in the country.
It wants to ease the way we're doing business, the constraints of doing business in the country. So this financing model is coming at the right time because financial constraints in the private sector have been a challenge.
The 2017 FinScope survey reveals that Eswatini has about 59,000 micro, small and medium enterprises holders, and most of them lack knowledge of conducting business. The financing model seeks to address such gaps. For Eswatini TV News, Nelson Langamandla, Vuminkosi Nzinisa Mbabane.
Macmillan Eswatini has awarded teachers from different schools for their excellent work. Macmillan awarded teachers with laptops. The company has been running the Best Teachers competition, and the event was held at Macmillan Matsapa on Wednesday.
Macmillan Eswatini has awarded teachers for their excellent work in schools. Macmillan has been running a competition called the Best Teachers Awards, where learners would choose their favorite teacher. Macmillan has awarded them with laptops to encourage them to do better. Macmillan marketing manager Mangoba Slonyane says the company appreciates the work done by teachers.
Came up with an initiative whereby learners had to nominate their best teacher and post that best teacher or their teacher of theirs and that teacher on our Macmillan Facebook page, highlight or stating 5 key reasons why they think the teacher is their best teacher, which was actually our way to appreciate teachers as a company, and our way as well to say teachers are important, and our way as well to say we value teachers and we can see the hard work that they do as they try to sharpen young minds in schools.
Fortis Tole thanked on behalf of the teachers.
We want to say thank you very much to Macmillan for acknowledging us as teachers, the hard work that we are doing out there. We just want to say, Macmillan, we hope that she is also going to be able to find other teachers, because it's many of us in the country, to continue to give them such awards, because we are working hard. And also to our learners, we are doing the best we can to make sure that they do well, better in schools in their studies. So we are grateful for this award, for the laptops. It is helping us in various ways. Some of us are conductors, some of us are doing our studies, research, some of us are able to do projects through these laptops. So really it is an honor and it is a blessing.
Macmillan is determined to support the education sector in various ways, which will benefit everyone in the education sector. Reporting in KNMC, it's Mova Shongwe, Matsapa.
Dear viewers, now take a look at our financial updates.
Can be.
Welcome back. You're still watching Eswatini TV, and for sports news tonight, the 5th edition of Imbube Marathon has officially been launched. The marathon will be taking place on the 1st of October this year. Athletes from all over the world are expected to participate.
Eswatini National Provident Fund launched the 5th edition of Imbube Marathon after a period of over 3 years without the race due to COVID-19. Acting Chief Executive Officer of Eswatini National Provident Fund, Futhi Tembe, says that the marathon is in line with the idea of encouraging Amaswati to keep active.
Sizathu sekuthi sibe nayo Imbube Marathon ukuthi sifuna ukupromota a health living, sifuna ukupromota i-fitness amongst emaswati ethu.
Eswatini Athletics Association President Zakir Dlamini says the marathon contribute immensely to the development of athletics in the country.
The competition lefana Imbube Marathon buhle bayo ngilokuthi I race lencane 3.3 le lungela wonke umuntu ke ngisho nagogo nehamba ngelitondolo uyamlungela 3 kilometers.
The 2023 edition will have distances like 42 kilometers, 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers and 3.3 kilometers, with the actual race taking place on the 1st of October this year. Different companies have showed their support towards the race through sponsorship. There was also a presentation of T-shirts to be worn during the marathon. For Eswatini TV Sports.
The national team head coach Dominic Gunene says there's still hope of qualifying for the next stage of the COSAFA Cup. Dominic was speaking after suffering 1-0 defeat in the first game of the tournament against Botswana in Durban, South Africa.
The national team took on Botswana in the COSAFA Cup, looking for their first win in 5 games against them. The start of the game suggested it was going to be a tough battle, as Botswana was first to score in the 22nd minute of the game. Efforts from the team to come back were in vain as they fumbled some chances. Penalty appeal from the team fell into deaf ears to the ref towards the end of the game. Botswana were eventual winners by a 1-0. Sihlang, whose coach Dominic Gunene says all is not lost for the team.
I think there's still 6 points, so if you can work extra hard and get the 6 points, you can still stand a chance, because South Africa is still going to play against Botswana. Looking at the performance from the second half, I think we'll take it from there. They did well in the second half.
Your next assignment?
We are playing against Namibia, and it's going to be a tough one too.
The team's next assignment is against Namibia on Saturday, and the last game will be against South Africa in the group stages. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports News, I am Patizo Msibi, Durban, South Africa.
That is all we had for tonight, but before we wrap up, we'll take a quick recap of today's headlines. The Minister of Economic Planning and Development says the training of 90 artisans will have a positive impact on the Eswatini economy. The Ministry of Health, with the support from the United States President Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief, continues to make accessing medication easier for people with non-communicable diseases and chronic illnesses. The Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs says Eswatini has good diplomatic and political relations with the Kingdom of Morocco. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin tonight. Up next is the weather focus for selected towns. Good night, Eswatini.
At Spar, we've checked every price, counted every coin, and cut every cost to bring you Spar Super Saver Week. Get even more for your money. Like 5 kg Spar IQF mixed chicken portions for just $169.99 and Norok stock cubes 24s. Buy any 2 for only 36 emalangeni. It's Super Saver Week at Spar. 3 to 9 July only. Don't miss out. Exclusive to Spar Rewards customers.
Today, you have a choice. How will you become future ready? Are you equipped to lead? How will you transform your career? Regent Business School empowers you with the leadership and entrepreneurial skills to disrupt, rethink, innovate, and be the future. Visit regent.ac.za to register today.
Sive sasengqulwini sesibhalisile bhaliseke kahle sinibonga kakhulu sesingena ke nyalo esigabeni sesibili